welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're definitely welcome. In case you do not know already, I'm Kenzie and I'm here with my beautiful and amazing family, and they're going to be introducing themselves.
Starting with the youngest.
Ah.
Hi guys.
Starting with the youngest. So yeah, go.
Hi guys, this is Jenny. Welcome to Life of Kenzie's channel. I am her younger sister and I am the most outspoken of all.
Oh,
Now
And
you're
sometimes they don't agree.
Don't get
Sometimes
title.
they don't like it, but I'm gonna take my stand on the outspoken tea.
Abby. Good luck to you.
Hello.
Next,
Should I go?
Okay,
Senior.
Joy.
Hi guys, what's up you guys? How are you guys doing? So this is Mama B and B and the most cutest, adorable, handsome, the King B.
The Mama B Fine boy. Okay, hey guys, welcome back to Life of Kenzie's channel. So we are here as a family. We got one love, peace, and harmony. Okay, so you're welcome back. And if you are seeing us for the very first time, please, thank you. Do well for subscribing to our channel and also our channel.
Okay.
Kunaka.
Don't be touching that microphone.
I'm not touching it. I'm just going like this.
Kunaka.
Okay, so
Kunaka or Kunayaka? Which one? Now, correct us now.
see person not first date it.
Yeah, correct us. Kunayaka, Kunaka.
Kunaka.
For clarity, for you and her.
Yeah.
Me and Jenny, since we are the Gen Z wives, I mean, you guys are millennial. You are millennial. This one, mommy,
millennium.
Platinum. 2019 and millennium again.
Okay, no problem. I said
We should talk about the year that I got married.
We're talking about the age of you now.
Okay.
You know, you are your husband. You guys are
yeah.
older, and
Yeah.
then mommy and her husband, they are millennial. You know, era.
Couple.
So today, I and Jenny, now you gonna flip the ask this question though.
Okay, so two of us against
Them,
versus two of them.
So
Okay.
we're going to be asking you guys questions.
We are going to win, trust me.
We're not looking at winning. We're just looking at how they used to do their own thing that time, and how we feel like, you know.
Okay.
So
I
they
get
feel
it.
they have a certain way they look at marriage.
Yes,
Whereas
yes.
your own down.
Easy.
Whereas to us now,
Yeah.
marriage is as easy as ABC.
Yeah,
You
true,
understand?
yeah.
So we're going to be asking them questions related to marriage, motherhood, because we are going to be mothers very soon.
Okay.
Soon. As they have been wishing us.
We want to start to learn work.
And then parenting, you know, tips and tricks. So that's it. So I'm going to be starting with a question that I have in mind since.
Okay.
I've asked mommy that question, but I've not asked you.
Okay.
So I'm going to be asking both of you now.
Mm-hmm.
This first one is about pregnancy.
Okay.
So when you people were pregnant, okay, not even for you, senior, because I know that when you were pregnant, you used to take medicine, like the normal routine drugs. Now, mommy,
Ask question.
when you were pregnant, were you
Leave
taking
explanation.
routine drugs? Were you taking any kind of drugs at all?
Yes, I did.
Or you did?
Yes, I did.
Okay. But are you aware that there's something called pregnant care? There's a drug that is called pregnant care. Do you
Well,
know
I don't know about that.
It's a new drug that just
I
came
don't
out.
know about that.
So are you guys aware that TikTok people are saying that if you do not take that drugs, your children are not going to be fine?
Hey!
So you have to take
lie.
that drugs for your children to be fine.
To be beautiful.
To be beautiful.
Nah, lie.
They say if you want a beautiful, I mean, you never hear that.
I never get that.
I disagree.
For your mouth.
I disagree.
They
That
say
one.
if you want your children to be fine and handsome, you need to take that drugs. If not, your children are going to be fine and handsome.
I never
So
hear
I'm
that. Nah, lie.
like, you know, because of how expensive the drug is, that's why they think about it that way. And it is mostly these Gen Z people that are thinking about it.
The distance is
I'm a nurse, I'm a registered nurse. I know better. And I feel like that's not true.
Okay.
But so you people, what do you people think about that?
Yes.
Do you think that there's a drug that can make your child
To be
to
beautiful.
be beautiful? I mean, did you take any drug to make us beautiful, first of all?
Thank you. That's the question. Not at all. To answer your question.
But you said you took
Routine drugs.
Yes, I took routine
But not
drugs.
for
I'm
us to
coming
be
there, not for somebody, not for a child to be beautiful. See, if you have your children,
to be your
your children are going to be beautiful. Okay. Now, the type of medicines that we were taking, that I was taking, normally if you are pregnant, we go to the hospital, or you go to, yes, you go to the hospital, they will give us the vitamin C. Not the vitamin C, B complex or B complex, yeah. Then there are some other small vitamin that they will give a nursing mother or a pregnant woman. Those are the things that I was being given. So there is no particular medicine. Say, you see this particular medicine, if you drink this one, your children are going to be beautiful. I disagree. If you have your children at a very early age, they are going to be beautiful.
Okay,
So you're saying that, so if you have
I would say, since they have actually classified us together, again, I would want to a little bit shift myself from you, because I mean, I'm not that of a millennium kind of wife.
Yeah.
I also would believe that, because the reason why I would believe that is because all of the vitamins are just in one medicine.
Yeah.
Compared to when you take when you take 5 medicine at the same time, or 4 medicine at the same time, and this one is doing this, it's giving you this one is for calcium, this one is for blood, this one is folic acid, this one is for oil, mineral, what do they call that stuff? But in
vitamins and all that.
Pregnancy care, I took pregnancy care in all of my pregnancies.
But it wasn't to make your children beautiful.
Actually, it was not to make my children beautiful.
Now the narrative has changed.
Now hold on. The reason why I took that was because the normal routine drugs smells in my nose. And I'm not a medicine person. So I like that one because it doesn't have any smell. So how expensive it was, we actually used to get it because I cannot take the other one. If I take it out for me,
it's a very valid point. I mean, if people say this, I will say, okay, you understand? Does it make sense?
It makes sense.
That's somebody to say, okay, I'm taking it because I want you. So, what do you think about spare the rod and spoil the child?
Okay, you want to say something?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I actually think on YouTube, right? You can't even.
Sorry, my dear.
Nowadays, you can't even shout for a child and post it on YouTube. You can't do it. You can't even shout for a child and post it on YouTube. YouTube will detect it. I'm not even talking about the subscribers or the viewers. I'm talking about YouTube policy. In fact, they even removed one of my videos yesterday because I was wearing my baby's clothes, and I disputed that. No, that's not that. I disputed it. So that is to make you understand that them they spare the rod, but I, with the training that I've gotten from my mom and the church that I have gone to, and again the kind of mindset that I have, right? I will not spare that rod, though, because if I spare the rod, I will spoil my child. So I'll whoop his or her bum very well. But of course, not to the point of giving him or her mark or scar. I'll make sure that I whoop his or her his or her body where scar will not be there, and using something that will not be too extra painful. But just a sign of discipline is what I actually do. Do you understand?
Yes. Okay, so to me, I believe that
you know what she does that year. She knows spare the
I
rod.
can never spare the rod.
She never.
If I spare the
her own was too much.
I can never see. To me, I can never spare the rod and spoil a child. Even though we have been counseled in my church, and they used to tell us how you deal with your children. Fine, but as an African woman, as an African, no, I cannot spare the rod and spoil my child, because see, they say a little to the left, a little to the right. You see these children that we are having, if you give them too much rope, they go come out to run out. In fact, they go run mad on the street. So a little to the left, a little to the right, just like I said, you spank the child a little and bring him or her back and tell him or her, this thing you did is wrong, so that the child will not disgrace you tomorrow. So many times our children, when they go to school, when they go out there and play, they learn some languages that they will come back to the house and tell to their parents. They can say some nasty thing to the mother or the father. We have to train them. We have to tell them no, it is wrong. You understand? So, but that does not mean that you have to beat or spoil the child with too much petting. No.
All right,
That is a no for me.
in your Gen Z age, what is your take on the same question you ask us?
Yes.
On sparing the rod and spoiling the child.
Yes.
Okay. Well, for me, I think I'm just going to leave Gen Z for this sparing the rod and spoiling the child. Because
Say the truth.
I'm a very disciplined person.
Good.
In fact, even with your children, you know that I used to, you used to see me now.
Is it discipline or wickedness?
It's not wickedness.
I'm just saying.
No, mine is
It's
discipline.
not
It's not
wickedness.
It's not wickedness.
Yeah. I believe that in everything there has to be a balance.
Yes.
You understand? In as much as time has changed, now, okay, even if maybe you don't want to discipline by flogging, you can discipline in another way. There are different types of discipline. There is maybe season of something, or I will not give you this thing. It depends. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be your friend.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna be your friend. It's even light on the light notes. So yeah, but
I will not play with you.
yes. So I believe that every parent rather should not spare any rod when it comes to their child. Yeah.
I'm of that same opinion too. I feel like I'm going to train my children the way I was trained, but on a lighter note. Because if you don't train them the way,
See, don't say her, because if it was not good, she wouldn't have been here loving the mom, being here and appreciating God for
and
her
I say on
life.
the lighter
The only
note,
thing-
you know it's my eyes.
Me, I see past them in my mother's hand. But where I am, I love my mother so
My
much.
grandmother already
Because
said if she holds something like this, pray, it must reach you.
it must reach
It
you.
must touch you.
Even if not
So,
for farm, inside farm,
I can testify.
it must touch you.
You see,
And the thing is that at that stage, the child will look at it and be like, "This is wickedness."
Yeah.
But later on, when that child grows up, he or she is going to appreciate the fact that, oh, thank God, oh, my parents
Thank
did
God
this
for
thing.
my mom.
Because if not for home training, hey, there's some things that you understand.
You see,
Well, I
that's-
have a question. Okay.
You see, that is why most of the times when you see some children, when they grow up or when they are overgrown, they'll now like, my parents did not do me well, oh, for allowing me to do this, because I want it. Oh no, my parents did not do me well. You see some things like that. But there are some that will say, hey God, thank you that my parents were child. If not my parents, I would have gone astray. So things like that, please don't spare the rod and spoil your child.
and I feel that the difference between Gen Z and millennial in the terms of sparing the rod and spoiling the child is that then in that millennium age and era, parents don't used to call their children to apologize for beating them and then telling them the reason why they flogged them.
Okay.
So in this our Gen Z age, I do that. I personally do that. When I spank my child, any of my children, I would call the person, especially Beverly. Beverly understands a little now.
Yeah.
All right. And then is to I'll tell her, oh sorry, don't worry, don't do that again. No. You don't have to disobey your mom. Whatever I tell you to do, do it because I'm telling you something that will be good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the things that our millennium parents were not doing. So we were now looking at it like they are being mean to us until
And as-
we grow up. to
And as at that
understand.
time too, they must do that thing forcefully.
Forcefully.
That's true.
Do you understand? So
Okay, I wanted to ask a question.
Okay.
Okay, so it is in regards to conflict in marriage. So how do you resolve conflict in marriage without being disrespectful? Let me add something. You know very well that back in the days, wives
They don't have
were
a say.
submissive.
Mhm.
Let me not say submissive. They were what's
They were
another
just
one?
like slaves.
They didn't have a say.
No,
They
yes,
were the tail.
yeah,
Where the man is the head. His
yeah.
say is his say.
It's the
You
final,
don't have anything
yes.
than to do that one.
They don't contribute.
Yes, yes. The man's decision is final.
Final.
But then now it is now okay. I bring mine, you bring yours, and then we. In fact,
balance
this day
it.
self, a woman's idea is even the
Brightest.
Yes. It's even more better. More better.
so now because there are some men that still love being
Those ancient
yeah,
times.
in that ancient even though they are husbands now,
No.
but they kind of prefer, oh, I like that time that women were very,
Very
humble and all.
submissive.
Yeah. So I know sometimes it might be like that in some homes now. So how do you, even if it is not like that in your home, it's just a question. How do you resolve a potential conflict and then you don't appear to be disrespectful, but then you don't appear to be under.
The question is kind of trickish.
Yeah.
I used to hear that before in my mother's era or my grandmother's era. Your husband's decision is final. And whatever the man says stands. Now, if the man can go out and come back and bring a woman to the house, the wife does not have any say. All they need to do is go and prepare food. You will enter kitchen, go and prepare food and bring it. The two of them will sit and eat. It happens those days. Our subscribers
Before
will
you know it,
testify.
and before you know
Some
it,
people are still doing it.
they call it wife.
Yes,
See your co-wife here, come and greet her.
thank you. No
I'm
opinion.
seeing it in movie. Oh.
No opinion. Yes, I'm seeing it in movie, but these days, in my own time, anyway, let me not say in my own time, me and my husband, it has never been like that. When we want to take decision in the house, me and him, we sit together, we discuss, and I will tell him my own opinion. He would also bring his own opinion, and then we check the one that suits us or the one that is more beneficial to us, we take it. Before, my husband wanted to follow his brother, but at a point, his elder brother,
Of being very detective.
detective,
You know,
I
that
am
kind of-
this is the truth. He wanted to follow, but at a point, he now
I
sat down and
think
said
it
no.
is the gospel
Yes.
that is actually, making broadening his understanding
Yes.
about marriage.
Yes. So at a point, my husband sat down and said, no. If I follow this, his own brother have married 1, 2, 3. Now, he want to bring a woman to the brother to marry. My husband told the brother, no, I don't want it. So he now begin to have his own stand.
Show us that guy more good deal.
He don't die. My husband senior brother, he don't die. True. So you see, so now, and aside from that, to come to a case in the house, we sit down, we talk over it. Does not mean that we don't used to have some misunderstanding or no, I don't like this, I don't like that, but we balance it. You understand?
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, me and my husband, we used to sit down and talk, but those days, husband and
there's
wife,
nothing
they
like
don't
talking.
sit down and talk. That's what I'm trying to
It
say.
will be shocking for you to know that in this day, there are some guys that still have that same mentality.
I know that too,
And
my
And they
dear.
still long for that.
Yes.
I don't
And
like
in
it.
as much as they don't see it, the marriage becomes very violent,
Very
boring.
short, very boring
Exactly.
and short.
Exactly.
Very boring and short.
So it's just about how a man is brought up. That's why when you're bringing up that's why when you're bringing up your Brian now, you should be, teach him well. Because what he sees
You
have
do.
a hair, or what he sees you even say to him.
Yeah.
When you tell him that don't allow any woman tell you no. When the woman some people do it now.
Yes.
When the woman is talking, you stop her. I say you go carry and grow. That's what some people
Yes,
do to their
yes,
children.
yes,
And they end up being
yes.
very abusive and
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, as for me, it's actually a sit down and talk kind of marriage, and we try to make each other understand each other from my own perspective from his own perspective and from the circumstance perspective. So, by so doing, we just understand ourselves and move on. Man, we are two matured adults, and we sign this thing. Anytime we have misunderstanding, we sign this thing. Anytime we have misunderstanding, I sign them. No, Alan, let me use my hand sign them. I was let me follow you sign the paper. I would then sign.
And when you talk like that, the other one go laugh. Now don't say to be
Let
that.
me sign this thing. Let me sign all this rubbish. I sign them. So that's how it's sometimes.
So the last question that I have for today is wicked mother-in-laws.
Oh,
What kind of mother-in-laws would you
I
people?
beg, allow me use that one. Do video.
You can continue later.
What kind of mother-in-laws would you want to be?
oh,
Like, how has your own mother-in-law influenced how you want to be to
To your own son-in-law or
son-in-laws or
daughter-in-law.
daughter-in-law? Do you understand the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I don't know. For me,
First,
personally,
do you even have?
No, let
No,
us
no,
start.
no,
Yeah,
no, did you ever have mother-in-law? Ah.
She died.
did
now,
you
sis.
see your mother-in-law? That's what you should ask.
Because no, the man
I'm talking
died.
about your husband's mother now.
She died at a very young age.
Did you
I
meet
did
her?
not meet her.
Listen now. That's how they talk.
We have to start.
Okay, so I've actually prayed for God to bless me in different angles, and I would say
Please
that
keep it short.
because I don't see where they come from, and I have been blessed with a very kind, loving. My mother-in-law is just like my mother when it comes to conflict in the home. My mother said if they even cry, my mother-in-law will cry for your head. Like you go to ask, say, now this small thing, it's okay, I'll call the person, okay, it's okay, I don't agree, I don't hear, no problem. Do you understand? So I'm blessed with a mother-in-law which I would emulate from her, all right, because I have a son, all right. I'll emulate from her the care, the love, the understanding, the oneness, the bringing all of us together.
Yeah.
Talking to this one, speaking to this one. That woman know.
Continue.
The woman know he no go get credit, but he will get credit to call every member of the family in one day if there's any little beef. Anyways, to add to round it up, I have learned from my mother-in-law. You're talking about mother-in-law. Now I have learned from my mother in our home, in us like this, the way she does. Bringing all of us together and be like, okay, no, you go like this. This is how you should do. You go and say this. You go and say. Do you understand? So I have learned being good to a woman that your son is married to. So I'm gonna be a very good mother-in-law when the time comes.
Good.
We hope so.
All right.
We are watching out.
To me, I've never met my mother-in-law.
Sorry.
Yes, as at when I got married,
But do you know
my
it's-
mother-in-law
Sorry.
was
Do you know it's easier? People when don't meet their mother-in-law, like it's easier.
to do.
You don't have
Okay,
to
you don't have
impress.
any, yeah.
Are you impressive?
You don't have anybody.
At first, she was
to-
impressed.
to impress.
Yes.
Well, you see her because I met my husband's elder sister.
Okay, she
Okay,
was like
that's-
your
I met
mother-in-law.
yes,
Yes,
yes, and she was the one that sat as a mother for my husband during my marriage. So I met her as my mother-in-law, and she was very, very good, very kind. There's no day we go to the village to meet her, that even if she did not have anything at all, she will enter the backyard farm and bring out cocoyam and boil for you to eat. You must eat something in her house before you leave. Even though you eat that cocoyam finish, the cocoyam scratch you, you must eat am. She will tell you that this cocoyam, if it scratch you small, because you don't used to eat. If you finish, take palm oil, put in your mouth. Okay, so I loved her, and that was my mother-in-law. I loved her, and she equally loved me.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Well, to me, my mother-in-law, she's very, very sweet, the sweetest. So me, I don't call. I don't used to call. In fact, this one is not even saying in-law something. I don't even used to call. Do I used to call you people when we are not together? I don't used to call, but then when it comes to maybe texting message, checking up through message, okay, I'm okay with that one. But say call, I rarely call. But then my mother-in-law, hey, every day she must call me, she must check up on me, and most times I used to be like, "Chai, again today." My phone ring, my mother-in-law is calling me. Most times I'll be like, I beg, it's too much. But then deep down I'm like, I like it. So it's very nice. It's sweet. Oh,
You don't know what
it's sweet.
I don't know what God do for
I
you.
like that. This is sweet like this. So
You don't know what God do for you.
and experiencing that and knowing how happy I feel whenever she checks up on me, calls me, oh, my favorite, because I mean, I'm the
Because
only
you are
daughter. I'm the only daughter in Russia. So yeah, and because of that, it is going to influence me when I eventually become a mother-in-law too, because I'll think about it and be like, my mother-in-law did this to me, oh, and she made me
So
feel,
let me also do this.
yes, and also make my child's wife or husband feel the same way.
Feel happy. It's good.
Okay. My mother-in-law is actually the best. There's nowhere she wants to. If she get opportunity, she goes, "Hey, man, pack, leave my husband there. Come stay there." I beg you. So I hope to be like that one day. Well, that also like that is also if your daughter-in-law is nice. You know, there are some girls that are more receptive too.
Yeah.
Even as a girl, where they come, they go they up, they are proud.
like
And
this,
so if me as a mother-in-law see that this girl is not humble, I'm gonna give you space.
But
And that
you
is you.
start.
That is
Yeah, that's
everybody
me.
cannot be like
Yeah,
you.
that's me. That's me.
Uh-huh.
But since the person is good for my son, okay,
What's my own?
that's just it.
Your own is to say welcome. Sit down. Feel
Yeah.
free.
So thank you guys for being here. You guys
Thank
are the
you
best.
so
Oh, we
very
enjoyed
much.
this
Yeah.
session. You did not
I
give us
enjoyed
wine to pop something. We
Actually,
came
give
to
us-
your show. You did not
Actually,
give
give
us.
us.
You did not complain in my own. So now let's complain. We came to for your show.
Anyways, thank you for stopping by. See you in our next video in the another person's channel.
Bye.